Hello, everyone. Welcome to our wellness workshop. The topic that we're going to be discussing today on August 23rd, 2022 is how to make the most out of your home essential kit. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So I think one of the most popular kits that most new enrollments purchase is the Healthy Start enrollment kit, this little one right here. I can remember about 9 years ago when I enrolled with doTERRA, I purchased a kit that looked very similar to this. It had all the same oils, all the 5 ml bottles. I think back then they came with the On Guard beadlets and the Peppermint beadlets, but it didn't come with a diffuser. But I remember also just being so excited to get this kit because this was a new experience for me to experience essential oils, and I had a lot of hopes about what these things could do for me. Back then, this kit was actually called the Family Physician kit, which that is no longer the title of it. I put the Home Essentials enrollment kit side by side with this because I just wanted to explain something. While most people enroll with the Healthy Start enrollment kit, a lot of times they kind of wish that they had started with the Home Essential enrollment kit. The reason being is because you're getting much more oils. You're getting 15 ml bottles instead of 5 ml bottles, and you're getting a much nicer diffuser. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. They're the exact same oils. It's just the size of the kit and the type of the diffuser. And if you can afford it, I highly recommend you get the bigger kit because you will go through your oils pretty quickly once you start using them.
Yes.
Okay, why is that not going? Okay, all right. So another thing I wanted to talk about is just the money that you save by using doTERRA essential oils. Now this particular screen has also the Lifelong Vitality Pack in there, and I'm going to go ahead and mention that, but we're not going to really talk about Lifelong Vitality tonight. That will be for another wellness workshop. So as you can see, these ingredients over here are only about half of what you get in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and you can see that the cost of that is over $400. Where the Lifelong Vitality Pack is only $80.50 for a 30-day supply. So that's quite a big savings. And the quality of Lifelong Vitality is just incredible. For the kit here, the Essential Oils kit, this doesn't even represent all the things that this kit can do for you, what can help you with in your wellness routines at home. But as you can see, all of these items, this is like a medicine cabinet makeover going on right here. But you can see that the price difference is huge again. And these oils will last quite a while for using them for certain purposes that, ooh, I'm fumbling over my words tonight. I think I'm just getting so excited about this. I was excited about how much money I saved on these kind of products that actually expire within a couple of years after you buy them versus the essential oils that really don't have an expiration date as well. So, but there is a big savings, and I'm excited to share with you all the things that these oils can do for you so that you can maximize this kit. Okay, next. Okay, So this is just kind of a fun little thought. If you were stranded on a deserted island, what one thing would you wish that you had with you? And my one thing would be the home essentials kit, of course. Okay, so here's a few accessories that I would recommend as well with the home essentials kit. I put the diffuser on here just because this is my favorite diffuser, the Pilot Max. And I just love that it's portable and, you know, you can put it anywhere very easily, move it easily. So a diffuser with the oils is a must for the aromatic side, I believe. I mean, I feel that way, but like I have to have a diffuser. It just makes sense. Fractionate coconut oil, because this is what's going to help dilute your oils. It also helps you to be able to make the oil go further. So if you're covering a lot of, you know, topical area, you can blend the oils with that just to make it, you know, spread out a lot further. Rollerballs are great. I love these because they're just easy to use for topical application. You can also dilute your oils and use them in a roller ball, or you can mix the oils together to make a blend that you like. And I'll talk a little bit more about one of the blends that I really loved from this kit to make. Veggie Caps, they're temporarily unavailable right now, but these are a great thing to have when you use the oils internally. And the typical rule of, for me, when I'm using essential oils internally is that it's usually for a digestive issue, or, you know, it's a hot oil, and I would rather have it in my stomach and move through there than on my skin. Okay, so, oops. Did not want to do that. I'm not sure what just happened. Okay, so these are some of my favorite reference books when using essential oils, especially doTERRA essential oils. Well, I should say not especially, but only doTERRA essential oils. The Modern Essentials book is literally, it's like the Bible of reference books for doTERRA essential oils. It's just got everything in there that you can think of to help you learn how to use your oils and what you can use them for, and like even down to if you want to create your own fragrance, it talks about the different notes of the oils and how to and what they blend well with. It also has studies that have been done on the oils, so you can go to the sources and find out for yourself what the oils are capable of doing. We've got the Advanced Oil Magic, which is a really nice book to have as well. It's doesn't have quite as much information in it, but it's a very easily, it's an easy book to go to and just look up things, and lots of color and lots of ideas for diffuser blends and roller balls and stuff like that. And then of course, using Gifts of the Earth with faith. This is a great book to have when you want to use the essential oils for emotions. Love that. Love all of these books. I have them all and I use them pretty regularly. Okay, so the first oil that I'm going to talk about that's in the kit is the Deep Blue. So this blend contains oils that are well known and are frequently studied for their abilities to soothe inflammation, alleviate pain, and reduce soreness. This is such a great oil for when you have muscle aches or inflammation. The top uses, of course, that was one of them. You've got joint pain and arthritis. You can use it to relieve the symptoms or help reduce the symptoms of lupus and fibromyalgia. Use it for whiplash, bruises, headaches, bone pain. You can use it before a workout to warm your muscles up to reduce the risk of injury, and use it, of course, after your workout to also alleviate any discomfort that you have from that workout. So just a quick story about the joint pain. I had a customer that wanted to get something for her father who had really, really bad knee pain. So bad that, he just really didn't get up to move much because it hurt so much. And he's probably in his late 80s or 90s, but so I told her about Deep Blue, and she ordered some, and she was using it. And after about a week, she said, "Oh, my dad loves that stuff so much." And she goes, "I need to get some more." I said, "You already need more?" Because I was like a little bit surprised because it had only been a week. And, the oils, you only need a couple of drops at a time. So, you would think that it would last for a while, but apparently he was drowning his knees in the oils. So he was feeling really good, and he wanted some more. So that leads me to how we use the oils. So less is more with essential oils, really. So you just use a couple of drops and put it on the area of concern, or however you use it. And then you can reapply it after. If you're in a lot of pain, of course, 30 minutes to an hour, you can try it again. But essential oils metabolize in our systems within 3 to 4 hours. So you would want to use less essential oils more often, as opposed to pharmaceutical, which is sometimes you use, more less often. I don't know. I could just be blabbing, flapping my gums right there. But I just feel like with essential oils, you really don't need very much at a time. But you can put it on more often. It's not going to hurt you if you do. Anyway, so this is a hot oil. So you might want to dilute it if you have sensitive skin. You can use this aromatically and topically. Does anybody have any experience with Deep Blue that they want to share? Okay. So we can move on to its emotional uses. So Deep Blue is the oil of surrendering pain. Sometimes our growth is restricted because we need to know how to surrender our pain. So this blend is actually going to encourage us to embrace what we're feeling and move through these difficult times, so that we can be able to enjoy what lies beyond the pain, which is we'll find joy beyond the pain once we get through it. A couple of affirmations that I like are: my heart is strong and courageous, and I allow myself to move gracefully and easily through life. All right. Okay, so the next oil is Breathe. So the blends, this blend, there's a lot of the oils have been studied for their abilities to soothe the tissue of the respiratory system, and also for their abilities to combat airborne bacteria and viruses that could be harmful to our system. So Breathe is protective, as well as it, just opening us up to be able to breathe more clearer. So the top uses for Breathe are for cough, bronchitis, pneumonia, for asthma, cold and flu, allergies, snoring, anxiety, and congestion. So I get, you guys can see me. I'm always like wondering if, because I'm not like on the big screen, but there's one of the ways that I like to use asthma for to diffuse it is really just from my hands. What did I say? The way I like to use breathe for asthma is by diffusing it from my hands. And so I just kind of put it a couple drops in my hands, and then I just breathe in from the little hole that I make in my with my hands, and just breathe it in and get it into the lungs, and it just really opens everything up. I don't really have an issue with asthma much anymore. I used to have issues with exercise induced asthma and allergy induced asthma. But since I have the allergies under control, that's not a problem. So with exercise, I just put the breathe on my chest, and then I'll put it on the middle of my back before I go exercise. And I just feel like I have so much more energy when I go out to exercise or to walk. Yes, Candace, that's awesome. I love that one too. All right, so let's see. So this one can cause skin sensitivity, so you might want to dilute it when you're using it topically. But it is so good to diffuse, especially at night. It really does help with sleep. So breathe is the oil of breath of life. So rather than being suffocated by sadness or other constricting emotions, this blend helps us to exhale that which no longer serves us and inhale that which supports us. So it helps us to embrace joy in life. A couple of good affirmations are, I'm living life fully, and I deeply breathe in the joy of life. Okay. All right, so the next one is lemon. So one of the things that I eventually came to understand was that lemon essential oil and lemon juice are not the same thing. They have different chemical compositions. And so lemon juice is acidic, and lemon essential oil actually has a neutral pH balance. And also the lemon oil has more antioxidants than the juice. So that's really a good thing to know. I use lemon in my water every day. If not lemon, other citrus oils, but I think I go through more lemon than anything. And I love that it's a powerful detoxer. So it's going to get in there and clean those cells out. And by doing that, it helps us to feel more energy, more energetic when our cells are clean. Good. All right. So one thing that I just experienced as well is using lemon to get rid of permanent marker. I accidentally hit my beautiful dōTERRA case with a marker that I had open, and I was just like, ah. And then I remembered that you could do that. So I pulled the lemon out of it and I put it on my thumb, and I just started massaging it on there and then wiped it off, and it came off. So that's pretty awesome. It can also remove the stickers on like glass that we get when we buy new glasses, or when we buy anything glass, they have these stickers on, and sometimes that gunky, gluey stuff is hard to remove. Put some of that lemon on there and just kind of roll it on with your finger, and that helps it to come off a lot easier. So other uses are for sore throat. It's good to kind of mix with some honey. You can even do some warm water and some honey and the lemon oil to help soothe the sore throat. It increases alkalinity in the body, which is what we really need, because a lot of the foods that we eat nowadays are very acidic. And when we eat acidic foods, it needs to be neutralized somehow. And so lemon will help neutralize that, so that our body pH balance can come back in to the proper alignment. Using it as a household cleaner is awesome. You just put it in a glass spray bottle with some water, and you can use it to, and a few drops of the oil in the water, and you can use it to clean your counters, and you can even use it on wood. It smells good. You can use it in cooking and in your food. Anything that calls for lemon zest, you can use the lemon oil for. Just use, a couple of drops, sometimes experiment with it. With cooking, you really do have to experiment a lot until you get the right amount. I like to make sugar cookies, and so I do use a lot of lemon in my recipe for the frostings and for my sugar cookies, and that's really good. I use it in my smoothies as well. So if you look at the main properties, there's so many really great properties in lemon. You've got the antimicrobial, the antidepressant, anti-cancer, antiseptic, antiviral. It's an astringent and a stimulant. One of the cautions for lemon is that it is photosynthetic. So you should avoid the sun for 12 hours after using it topically. Other than that, you can use it aromatically, topically, and internally. Lemon is the oil of clarity and focus. So monoterpenes, they are very uplifting. And so this makes it easier to overcome mental fatigue and help with focus. And I like these two affirmations. I confidently stay focused on my zone of genius, and I easily clear away all things that congest and confuse me. All right. All right. Did anybody have anything they wanted to share about lemon before I move on?
We're all supposed to use it every day,
Yes, every day.
and we do.
Good job.
It's a necessity.
It is. I believe lemon is a necessity. So
Yes.
lemon oil. All right. So the next one is peppermint. So this is amazing to me, of the power of peppermint. So it would take 28 cups of peppermint tea to get the benefits of just 1 drop of peppermint essential oil. So that's a lot of tea drinking. I love to drink tea, but that's an awful lot of cups. So I will stick with my 1 drop of oil. Essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So peppermint is it's probably one of the most popular. I mean, doTERRA has several popular ones, but peppermint is very popular. I think it helps that it's so popular too, that you get it free with your annual renewal every year. So you pay $25 to renew your membership, and they send you a bottle of peppermint. So you should never run out of that. So top uses for peppermint are for headaches and migraines, for digestive upset, for, again, your respiratory issues like asthma and cough, for bad breath, to help you with energy, and mental fog. It also can soothe muscle discomfort and joint pain. It has cooling properties, so it's great for helping calm down fevers. Another thing that I love to do with peppermint is add it to witch hazel and water, and I'll add probably about, I don't know how many drops. It just depends on the size of the bottle, but I'll add some peppermint to that and sometimes some lavender. And when we go hiking, or if we go to amusement parks or whatever, and it's really hot, we'll just shake that up and spray it all over us. And that's really cooling. It's really nice. So emotionally, this is the oil of lightheartedness. And alcohols like menthol make peppermint an energizing oil. So it brings new life to the heart and reminds you that life can be happy, and it uplifts a heavy heart. So just a little caution with the peppermint and emotions. I think why it's so many people love this one is because it actually gives you a reprieve from your emotions for a while, for a bit when you use it. And everybody wants to get that break or that reprieve, but we can't overuse that because we need to be able to move through our emotions and feel them and work through them rather than suppressing them. So, but peppermint, that doesn't mean you don't use peppermint too much. You can still overuse it. Just what are you using it for? Just don't try to, I guess, bury your emotions using peppermint. All right, so the affirmations that I really like for this are: I allow myself to be light and free, and I am strong and joyful. All right. There we go. All right, so lavender. Okay, who doesn't love lavender? Lavender is another one of my favorites. So at convention last year, we learned that the dōTERRA scientists had cracked the code on chemical consistency with essential oils. And dōTERRA's lavender is the first pure essential oil to be clinically proven to be pharmaceutical grade. And I just love that. If that doesn't give you confidence when using this, I don't know what will. I just want to say kudos to dōTERRA scientists. I have a feeling that many more oils are going to be proven to be pharmaceutical grade coming up too. I'm hoping at convention next month that they will, that we'll hear about them. So anyway, the top uses for lavender are for stress and anxiety, for sleep, for skin irritations and burns, allergies and hay fever, cuts, blisters, and scrapes, irritability, headaches, and migraines. One of the blends that I wanted to share is it has lavender in it, and the two prior to this. So lavender, lemon, and peppermint, that combination of oils are what sold me on this dōTERRA lifestyle. Because for as long as I can remember, I struggled with allergies or seasonal threats. And I was on pharmaceutical for it. I was on over the counter. I tried so many different things. And I was introduced to the lavender, lemon, and peppermint and how to use it to be able to help give me some relief from those symptoms that I was having. So I made a rollerball where I had like 20 drops of each of the oils, and then I topped it off with fractionated coconut oil. And I used that every day. Like every 4 hours, I was putting it on. I would put it on my chest, on my wrists, under my nose, behind my ears, on the back of my neck, just everywhere. But I would do it regularly and consistently. And then I would also take 2 drops of each in a little shot glass in water. And I would take that two times a day. And I would diffuse it as well. The lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I had it going all the time. And after about 6 months, I noticed that I wasn't having the symptoms that I had been having. And after about 1.5 years, I noticed that I didn't even need to use the oils every day to not feel the way that I had. So for me, that was such a kind of a miracle moment. I was just like so relieved and impressed that this did this for me. So I was totally sold, and definitely anybody who's struggling with this, give it a try. Everybody's different, so it may work for you, it may not. I was also doing some emotional checks on myself too, to see what maybe was at the root of it. And anyway, the problem was solved. So speaking of the emotional side, lavender is the oil of communication and calm. So the chemicals in lavender, like the linalool, that makes this such a calming oil, not just to like your system, it's physically it's calming, it slows the histamines down, but also it helps to calm us down emotionally, so that we can be collected and calm during challenging communication. So a couple of the affirmations that I like for this one are, I confidently speak freely, and I am relaxed, powerful, and free to choose. Yes, Ginger, it is amazing.
I'm gonna use that because I kind of forgot about it. I get lazy and I have allergies, and I'm gonna do it continually until I get rid of them.
Yeah, that's the thing about oils, using them is you get such great results when you consistently use it. You want to consistently use the oils. They, you can't just like passively just, oh, one day here and then 5 days later use it again and it's going to help. The more you get the oils in your system, the more you use them, the cleaner your system becomes. Because especially the like the lemon is detoxing. It's clearing your cells out. It's helping to get them free of all the gunk that they've had, bogging them down. And then you've got the lavender, which is going to slow down your system and slow down the histamine, so you're not, producing all this excess mucus and, all the other stuff that goes along with, the symptoms of allergies. And then you've got the peppermint, which actually is going to relieve the discomfort that you're going through. So they just work, and oils, when you put them together, they work like synergistically, or is that the right word?
Okay.
Anyway, they work better together. So they like play off of each other. And so it kind of enhances the abilities that they have to do amazing work on our bodies and on
And
our
I
cells.
like that. I like that 20 drops of each. I'm going to do that
Good,
in a roller bottle.
good.
That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so our next one is digestion. So did you know that sinus issues are a digestive issue? I did not know that. But digestion has been known to help with sinusitis. And I have personally used it on my sinuses. Actually, it's my go-to. So if I feel like I'm just getting a little bit of sinus pressure, then I will get the Digestion and just kind of rub it right under my cheekbones. Of course, I'm doing Digestion internally as well. But it works better than anything. It actually works better for me than Breathe does to kind of open up things. Sometimes I'll take a drop of peppermint and put it on my thumb and press it to the roof of my mouth. Sometimes I'll just, like if I feel like I'm a little bit stuffy, sometimes when I've been cleaning a lot and dust mites and all that stuff are stirring, you kind of start feeling like you're a little stuffy. I will use the Digestion here and then put that peppermint on the roof of my mouth, and then I sleep great. It works every time for me. So some other uses for Digestion. Obviously, this was designed for the digestive system. So you've got stomach upset, gas and bloating, and that looks like CAS, diarrhea and constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, food poisoning, nausea, and then sinusitis. So Digestion is just an amazing oil. And look at all of those oils that are in there: the peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, fennel, anise, and tarragon. Ginger is a mucus dissolver. And so that helps, I think, with the sinusitis stuff as well, but it also helps our gut in dissolving the mucus, the excessive mucus. That's the old mucus, if that makes sense. All right, so this is kind of a little bit warmer oil. So, you definitely don't want to use it anywhere near your eyes. You're gonna get teary-eyed. You dilute for sensitive skin. I did read that we want to use this with caution during pregnancy, but it did say that it's safe to use like on the earlobes. So for women who have like morning sickness or whatever, that it's safe to use on the earlobes. So that's kind of an interesting thing to learn. This is safe to use aromatically, topically, and internally. So this is the oil of understanding and assimilation. And this blend is useful for digesting difficult emotions, assimilating new information, and achieving a state of feeling nourished. So for people who have a really hard time kind of just digesting life in general, this is a really good oil emotionally for them to use. I easily adapt to and adjust to new information and experiences, and I am enthusiastic and engaged to take on new things. Those are great affirmations. All right, so oregano. So this is an oil that is a rich source of antioxidants. And antioxidants are essential to help protect the body from the oxidation of molecules. So when molecules oxidize, they can create free radicals that can lead to damaging our cells. So this is a really hot oil. This one I highly recommend diluting or using internally. And one of the cautions for that is not to use it for more than 10 days. I believe that that's because this is such a strong and powerful oil that there's concern about it, killing some of the good bacteria in our guts, if we use it too long. So we want to make sure that if we do use it internally, that we're going to be using like a probiotic, or, the PB Assist, a probiotic. So, so the top uses for oregano are bacterial and viral infections, warts and skin tags, candida and staph infection, pneumonia and whooping cough, rheumatoid arthritis, strep throat, and tonsillitis. I have experience with it, using it to remove warts and skin tags. It works really, really well. For skin tags, like 3 days and they're gone. So you just have to be really careful about touching the sensitive skin, your sensitive skin around the tag. So what I do is I usually take some fractionated coconut oil and I rub it just on the skin, the base around the skin tag or the wart. And then I'll use a Q-tip to put the oil just directly on the wart or the skin tag. Warts can be a little bit more stubborn, but skin tags, 3 days, with my experience, they've come off. Let's see. Of course, you can use oregano in cooking. It's very strong, so you want to use a toothpick. You dip a toothpick in and put it in your food and just keep going from there. You definitely don't want to just do a drop at the beginning because it is very, very strong. This is the oil of humility and non-attachment. So again, the chemicals that are in these oils, they serve purposes. And for oregano, it's carvacrol, which is a restoring. It's what makes oregano a restoring oil. So it brings with it the power of humility and being unattached. So I love that. I need more of it. I'm not a huge fan of the smell of oregano. So this is one that I definitely take internally. A couple of affirmations. I am happy now and unattached to the outcomes of life. And I am teachable and can easily change. All right, the next oil is On Guard. So On Guard again is one of doTERRA's most popular oils. The oils in this one have been studied for a very long time for their abilities to kill harmful bacteria, mold, and viruses. This is a really great oil to help protect and support our immune system. It helps to shorten a cold, our colds and flus, because it gets in there and helps really to clean out those infected cells, and helps them move out faster so that, we can get over these bugs quicker. When diffused, this is great for killing the airborne junk, the viruses and anything else that's airborne. It can be used as a mouthwash. And what I understand is it can also have some restorative properties when we use it as a mouth wash with our teeth or teeth and gums. It can be used as a surface cleaner, the same as with lemon, where you add it to water and then you can spray your counters down and clean. There's been lots of studies showing that it's effective in killing MRSA, which is very, very much a antibiotic resistant virus or bacteria. There's gum disease and cavities, so it's supportive in helping with that. So this is also a hot oil blend. So using it topically, you would want to dilute it, but it can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. This is the oil of protection. The protective properties of this blend extend from harmful pathogens to harmful energy. So it promotes feelings of being independently capable and strong as well. So I love that. This is a boundary oil. I love those boundary oils. So 2 good affirmations. I am safe and protected in all situations, and I am clear on my boundaries. frankincense. Okay, so I'm going to group frankincense with the lemon, lavender, and peppermint because frankincense was the next solution to one of my health issues. I had a lot of pain in my wrists and my hands for many years. And it was especially prevalent when a pressure change was in the air or when it was cold, when we had cold weather. That's why I live in Florida, because I love warm weather and I don't like to have that pain in my wrists. So I'm kind of actually anxious to see what would happen if I moved, or not moved, but visited north where it's cold, to see if if that pain comes back. But anyway, I would get the pain and I would rub frankincense on my wrists and my hands, and really quickly after I did that, the pain would subside. It was really, really nice. So frankincense has that anti-inflammatory property, which makes it so. Obviously, the pain is caused by inflammation. So that would also mean that it has analgesic properties. So doTERRA frankincense is actually, they have 4 different species of boswellia tree resin in this blend. So the chemicals in it are just so perfectly balanced, I guess, to bring about the best results. And I love doTERRA's frankincense for this reason. It really is a special oil. It's called the King of Oils. And I think it's because the rule of thumb for me is that if I don't know what else to use, I go to frankincense. If I, if I just don't know what to use, because it's going to pretty much help me with anything that's going on. Or I shouldn't say anything, but anyway, if you know what I mean, it's just a great oil to go to when you don't know what else to use. So it was used anciently for religious ceremonies and contemplative meditation. And it was used in perfumes and soothing salves for the skin by ancient Egyptians. And it has long been used in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese health practices. So some of the top uses for this is brain health. Frankincense is such a amazing oil. It can break that blood-brain barrier and get up there where a lot of things can't, and help to restore and cleanse out the things that get behind that blood-brain barrier. It's supportive for our immune system, for cellular function, for pain and inflammation, as I had talked about, for meditation, and for skin support. This is safe to use neat. You can use it aromatically, topically, and internally. Sometimes I just feel like I need some frankincense, and so I'll just put a couple of drops under my tongue pretty regularly, actually. And I feel like it just helps me to to support my immune system and keep the inflammation down. So frankincense is the oil of patriarchal light and truth. Again, chemicals like monoterpenes, or monoterpenes like apinine make this a restoring oil as well. So it reveals falseness and restores awareness to the truth. 2 affirmations: I clearly feel loved, protected, and wise, and I am designed to succeed on earth with divine help. So love that oil. All right, and I believe this is the last one. This is tea tree. The leaves of tea tree have been used for centuries by the Aboriginal people of Australia to heal cuts, wounds, and skin imperfections. Tea tree has strong immune building properties and is believed to have 12 times the antiseptic power of fennel. So phenols is a chemical that it is in nature, but it's used synthetically more than anything to prevent mold and like bacteria and stuff in different substances, like slimy kind of substances. So that's got to be pretty powerful to be able to prevent that and things like that. So it's 12 times, it has 12 times the antiseptic power of that. That's incredible. You can see all of the properties that tea tree has. And I think this makes it a very sought after oil throughout the world. So top uses are rashes, for rashes, dandruff. A lot of dandruff shampoos actually have tea tree oil in it. Athlete's foot, and might want to add like toenail fungus and stuff like that. It works well for that, for getting rid of that. Acne and blemishes, staph infections, strep throat and tonsillitis, herpes simplex, and head lice. So I actually have been going through this one. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It happens. It's part of life. But with going, having grandkids around, they like to share things with me. So yeah, so for the past 2 weeks, we've been going through that. And I opted not to do like the chemical treatment for that. I have used tea tree and lavender in my hair, and I'm completely clear. So it's worked really good. And now I just to protect myself, I put lavender and tea tree in my conditioner every single time I wash my hair. And I actually have a little spray bottle that has lavender and tea tree and eucalyptus and peppermint in it. And it has a little bit of doTERRA's conditioner and water. And I shake that up and spray that on my hair. And I made it for my grandkids so that they can, their mom can spray that on their hair before they go to school, because, back to school, and then you have the lice issue too. So, and some other issues as well. But anyway, this is a boundary oil as well. So I love, like I said, I love the boundary oils. This one is about energetic boundaries. The chemicals in it have clarifying properties, and they powerfully protect energetic boundaries. So that means they help protect us from like negative energies that are outside of us, but they also help us to see more clearly what our boundaries are, what we should, not to let's see, how do I say that? Not to overstep our boundaries on other people as well. So this is a energetic boundaries oil. So you can use this to shield up, to protect yourself and say, I respect myself and allow others to respect me too. And then I am clear on what I can control and what I can't. So does anybody have anything that they want to add to anything that you've heard or seen so far? Because that is the last oil.
What you said, all these things are hugely helpful.
Yes.
I'm really impressed. I guess I forget a lot of things, but you did a great job. Clear, loud and clear and beautiful.
Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate that. I think that is something that we just have to go through and review things often. It's easy to forget.
Yes, it is.
And so it's been really fun for me to kind of go back through all of this and remember, what I have used these things for to help other people make the most out of their kits that they have. And to recognize and realize, that these oils are so versatile. There's so much you can do with each and every one of them. So there's no reason for them to just sit on your shelf and not be used. they they're I don't know, they're just amazing. So, but anyway, I thank you all.
I
And
like what you said about frankincense, that when you don't know what to use, you use frankincense.
mhm, for
So
sure.
these are great tips.
Yeah.
We all appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Ginger. All right. Well, I will go ahead and end this recording now. Well, Ben will, right?
Yeah.